Yes guys, welcome back. Today is the day the ES 1500 is back. We've been making some updates behind the scenes, a few little upgrades, some new turbos, a couple of other changes, and it is still in the ES 1500-ish, but we'll take you through everything, so stay locked in. So guys, for you who are new to the channel or haven't been following our journey with this particular car before, this is our shop car, and it's it's had quite the journey. We've achieved so much with this car so far, and this next level is just gonna really elevate things and move everything forward for 2025. So as a lot of you know, some of you might have recognized when this was first brought to the scene. We built this back in, I think it was 2018. It was pre-COVID, the first build that was done on it. It was an ES 1200 then, because obviously the 991.2 platform was new and all the development we were doing was on this car. So it went from stock straight away to a 1200 build, and that was completed back then because we didn't have our premises, this premises here. We had that build done in Turkey from start to finish at the HQ. After that, the car came out on the OG channel. We also had it on the OG battles, some infamous races still against that GTR. So yeah, it wasn't running massive power back then. And obviously the builds evolved over the years, and we upgraded to the ES 1500 earlier on this year. And ran some killer numbers, man. I mean, this car's ran already an 8.7 on the street and a 2.6 100 to 200, which in metric for the American guys is 3.0 60 to 130. And that's And that's been, with these standard 20-inch wheels, as you can see on the car. We've pretty much tried to keep the car OEM looking. I mean, if you look inside, we'll open it up, the interior is all still full. We changed the roof, obviously, to a carbon roof earlier on this year. The pan roof was taken out. But apart from that, it's pretty much, all OEM, full interior car. It's not gutted or anything like that at all. But yeah, really excited about where this next stage is going to take us, especially with this power that we're making. Rebase is just standing there calmly, but yeah, he's got to get ready to to handle the beast soon, because it was savage before. I don't know what you're going to do now, bro. It's going to be...
You know what the funny thing is? Because obviously I just come back from a holiday. I was off for about a month. It's about a month, innit?
About a month, yeah.
So Danny's been obviously driving it when I wasn't here, because obviously got ready while I was on a holiday.
Yeah.
And he goes, I swear to God, like literally, he goes, it feels so different. He goes, it's nothing like how you used to drive it before. He's like, take it out on pump fuel, do 2-second run. I go, bro, I don't know about that. But he goes, yeah, it's an animal. I haven't driven it yet. I haven't experienced it. So hopefully I can get my reaction. I'll have the GoPro in there and do well, when I'm testing it, let's see what happens, isn't it? Well, I think, yeah, obviously we're ready for more power. Like Amir said, literally all OEM, even the interior, bucket seats, carpet's all in, the rear seats are all in, even the roof liner's in. Literally every single thing on the car is OEM apart from the wheels. That's it. And these wheels, obviously they make the car look so much better. That's the only thing that's not OEM on the car.
So guys, this time around what we've done in the off season, we made a few changes to the setup. So the engine went back to Turkey, and it's slightly, we've done some more modifications to that side of it, and it's now actually running a 4.3 litre bottom end. We've made some more head changes so it throws a little bit more up top, and it can rev a little bit higher as well. So it's not only going to be making some crazy torque, it's going to be making some serious power, and for longer in the RPM range as well. So that's going to be really cool to see. We've also changed turbos to some Turbo Smart 6780s. So they are quite big turbos, but we're hoping it's going to work really well with this new motor setup, and also you know, with the Turbo Smart technology, it should hopefully spool well as well. We've heard really good things about it, so we're excited about that. And the other thing that we've added on also is the injector dynamics fuel system. So that's the ID fuel controller, along with the single brushless pump in tank. So that can actually run up to 2000 horsepower on pure ethanol fuel. So yeah, it's a very, very good setup. The other benefit of it is that it's not dependent on your actual power supply from the battery. So if voltage does decrease from the battery, the controller itself will ensure that that pump is getting the correct voltage that it needs and give it the correct duty. So you're not going to be, you know, losing any fuel duty or anything like that, or putting the car in any risk of running lean. So there are some other complications with other fuel systems where they can't do that. However, this controller is an awesome piece of kit, and yeah, for any high horsepower builds, it's definitely recommended.
So we're in a different part of the unit that not many people actually get to see, because it's where we keep most of our parts and stuff. But yeah, behind me you can see loads of wheels and tyres and bits and bobs. But the bit I've brought you up here to show you is the 991 Y-Sack roll cage that we've just got in. So as you can see here, this is a Y-Sack rear cage. It's not the full lot, but this is a one we've got in for the customer, but we are going to now be supplying and fitting these cages for the 991. So our shop car 991 is going to have one as well, got another one coming in. But if you're in the industry, you're doing track days, you're doing drag race, you're doing anything, and you need a cage, give us a shout, because we can get you a really good deal on these Y-Sack roll cages. So yeah, it's full titanium, so one finger, really, really light, ridiculously light. But with it being Y-Sack, it's obviously had all of its testing. It's not a copy, it is from Porsche themselves. So we actually get these in from Porsche themselves. So this part here that you see here will obviously just be, if we do it from the same angle, so this will be where the rear seats usually go. And then this part here obviously comes in 3 pieces. Reason why they do this is so you can actually fit it into the car, because if it was all one piece, it's going to be awkward to fit. So these parts here, they've got the 3 holes. These go on the rear top struts. Now, they've milled this so well that when you actually join this up, there is actually no gap at all. So when this is milled together, look at that. But yeah, so then obviously the cage will then sit like that. These will sit on the top of the rear struts, and then we're bolted down. So we've got to get the, we've got all the fittings and fixings for it. So yeah, this will be going onto a customer's car very soon. And when it does, we'll be revealing the full video, because this cage that's going in the car, that this cage is going into, sorry, he's not only just coming for this, he's coming for some mad power. So yeah, stay subscribed, get your alerts on, because this one you don't want to miss.
Right guys, so with the ES 1500, with our new fuel system change and turbo change, we had to obviously retune the car. Now, one of our key principles in most of our builds here is that it's got to be street friendly. As part of being street friendly in the UK, it means it needs to be able to run some good numbers on pump fuel. Pump fuel here is not E85. We do not get ethanol on the pump in the UK. The best fuel we get on the pump is a 99 RON UK Shell V-Power Tesco's fuel. And we run the pump fuel setups with meth. Now, as a result of the retune and the extra mods, it made some insane power on pump and meth. It's the most this car's ever made on pump and meth. There you go, it made 1100 wheel horsepower and 880 foot-pound of torque at the wheels on just pump and meth. So that's about 1300 crank. Now, one thing I want to show here is obviously just how quickly for a big turbo that's coming on boost, it's actually getting full boost at 5,000 RPM. So that's pretty insane, you know, it's making some jam there. And as you can see, that power's pretty relentless all the way there. So it's basically an ES 1100 on kill is the same as an that ES 1500 setup on pump and meth. But let's show you the kill figures as well. Right guys, so this number that you're seeing on the dyno, the 1595 at the wheels horsepower figure, is not the final number for this car. This is all we're going to show you for now. The car has actually made more, but we're going to keep that a little bit undercover until we bring the car out to do some race events next year. We've got to give you something to look forward to. So at this moment in time, the numbers we are showing you is making 1595 at the wheels. It's just under 1900 crank horsepower. So just imagine how much more it's actually made, because yeah, it's made a little bit more than this. And the proof will be in the pudding. So when the weather gets better, you'll see the numbers and then you can take it from there. Another thing I want to show you guys as well is a comparison of how these TurboSmart turbos are working compared to the previous Garretts that we were using, and also some other turbos that we've used on other setups like the Zonas as well. So it gives you an idea of how well they actually work. So yeah, this is the TurboSmart 6870 against the G35 1050. Same boost on both, same engine, same setup. As you can see, the 6870 is coming on quicker. And it's just making loads more power. It's flowing really well. And this white graph is the setup that this car had when it was running the 2.600 to 200 and the 8.7 quarter mile. And you can see the improvement. So just imagine how that is going to be on the road. And again, that's only at 2.6 bar this was. So when it's all the way up to 3 bar, then it's gonna be savage. So guys, this is now a comparison between the 9569 Zona up in the blue, and that was from Munraj's car. So I have not had those turbos on our blue car. We had it on Munraj's car, and at the same boost as the setup on this blue car, you can see the red is the TurboSmart 6870s, and they're a little bit better down low. In the mid-range, there's about 40 horsepower difference, 30 horsepower difference, where the Zonas are a little bit better, between 5 and 5.5. And then that's it. That's when, again, the 6870, the TurboSmart, starts pulling ahead quite a little bit, all the way to the end there. So yeah, it's a similar size turbo, I guess, to that. Similar in how much power it can make, but yeah, it comes on slightly better. But the torque is a big difference as well. This makes really good torque on this turbo compared to the others, and the average power is good. So sometimes you just got to look at that area underneath the graph, because that's where all the power is. So guys, that's it for part 1. Make sure you stay tuned in and subscribe for part 2, because we've got some more crazy content coming with this car. We're gonna have both Rebase and Danny out in the car. We're gonna be doing some really cool POV stuff, and the most important stuff, we'll hopefully be able to drop some draggy numbers and show you exactly what it's capable of on the street.